nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more. And that's why we bring you Starr Chat with the one and only, the lady actually from Draso. We're celebrating her tonight on the show. And this is where stories unfold and legacy conversations are had. Tonight on Starr Chat, we journey into the remarkable life of a woman whose footsteps echo across continents. She's an architect of influence and a storyteller indeed, whose work has shaped how the world sees Africa and how Africa sees itself. She's the kind of figure who doesn't simply enter a room. She elevates its temperature. A woman whose presence presents a lot of things, and of course images. Talk about elegance with relevance, warmth with power, humility with a global sense of purpose. Her journey reads like a tapestry of woven, cloth with courage, creativity, and an unshakable commitment to community. I know her firsthand, so I know what I'm talking about because we go way back. But she was shipped from Ghana just 5 years old. Destiny carried her across continents to the United Kingdom, where a young Ghanaian girl stood in a new world, ready to discover who she was meant to become. And she's been on it, on EastEnders, Hobby City, before evolving into a magnetic TV presenter and producer. She didn't just stop there. Her soulful gospel album, and I remember Kingsby Hotel way back when it was launched. She's religious as well. She captured the heartbeats of fans worldwide. Tonight, we're actually looking at the glamour that lies in a mind built with vision and for vision. When she looked at African creatives, professionals, innovators in the diaspora, she saw not isolation but possibility. She saw stories deserving of applause, brilliance needing platforms, and a global African community waiting to be united. In 2009, driven by a passion to celebrate Ghanaian and African achievements, especially within the diaspora, she founded GUBA Enterprise and its signature annual GUBA Awards. A bold vision, if you ask me. And tonight, we'll delve deeper into that. But we welcome her right here on the show. A great woman indeed. The incomparable, phenomenal, trailblazing Lady Akosia Dentaa Amoateng. That is
Thank you so much.
Blessed to have you in the studio, and I know
it's an honor to be here. Like when I saw you, like, Dentaa, I think you should be on Starr Chat.
Yes.
I'm like, yes.
We spoke about this, I think, a week or two ago.
Yeah.
At the Barbados, was their Independence Day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said yes, because it's going to be a masterclass one.
Yeah.
You're a woman of vision and reinvention, and for that we salute you.
Thank you.
So you're most welcome. You've earned your place right here on Starr Chat, and rightly so.
Thank you so much.
So we're live here in Accra on Starr FM. We're live in Sekondi Takrady on Empire FM. We're live in Kumasi on Ultimate FM as well. So a big thank you to our sponsors, our proud sponsors, Starr Assurance. We thank you. To Stanbic Bank, thanks for making this a possibility. To Africa Prosperity Network, we're grateful. And to Johnny Walker, thank you for being our proud sponsor. So, before anything else, Dentaa, when you think of the journey you've walked, what is the first emotion that rises within you?
I think I always say that it's by His grace that I'm where I am today. And one of my favorite scriptures is Jeremiah 29:11, where it talks about, for I know the plans. And I think, being brought up by my parents, who were very grounded in their Ghanaianness, I would say, they instilled a lot of Ghana in me, even though I left this country when I was 5. They made sure that I spoke Chi, I ate Ghanaian food, that, you know, my identity was never wiped off. You know, going into a new country, it's difficult. But I always say that by His grace has carried me through.
Grace found you, and grace has carried you through.
Absolutely.
I mean, we look at you and where you came from and where you are now. It can only be grace, huh?
Absolutely.
You sometimes sit back and ask yourself, wow, is that me? Your place to...
Yeah. I do all the time. Even this last trip where, you know, going to Barbados, having the Asante Hene, His Majesty.
That was epic. That was amazing.
To the GUBA Awards. Like, I have to pinch myself and say, wow. Like,
how do you pull that off? I mean, was it that easy? I know he's a friend. You go out there, he's playing golf. You go to the Garden City, but getting him to go to Barbados, that was major Dentaa.
Yeah, that's why I say grace, because sometimes it brought.
So,
you know,
how do you pull that one off? For young ladies and gents listening to us and feeling that, well, I've tried so many times, countless times, and I feel like giving up. Listening to you and how you pulled this off, getting the tune for that something in it to Barbados. How was it like with that?
I think it's a cultivation of different things, different elements. And one, definitely prayer. Two, believing in what you have, the brand that you have. And three, working hard. And I think that's what people need to understand, that even though I say grace, it's not just grace, but it's grace and hard work. You know, don't forget that you do have to work hard. Just because you pray is not enough, right? God wants you to put in the work. And so, you know, writing the letter to him and taking it to Menchia. And I remember, you know, I walked in now, you know, and I was like, Nanam Pacho, Nanam Peso Barbados. I said, Barbados. And I'm saying, yes, Nana, it's 400 years since the British went to Barbados. It's a very historical time, and I feel like, 400 years later, the King of Ashanti comes to Barbados. It's so historic. And so he was like, Minana Meba.
Wow.
I was like, you know, and sometimes when they say that, you know, like, you're still like, you know, because sometimes obviously they can't say no to you.
Yeah.
And so I did have a little doubt in my mind. But you know, I worked with the chief of staff, the deputy chief of staff, Emmanuel, Ohiniba, Otre, like everybody was very supportive. And by his grace, we took him to Barbados.
Congratulations, because you pulled that off. You are with the Prime Minister of Barbados.
Yes. Grenada Prime Minister.
Lots of dignitaries.
Yes.
In that moment on stage with the Asante Hene in Barbados, with the Prime Minister of Barbados, with the Prime Minister of Grenada, I mean, with the High Commissioner of Barbados to Ghana on one platform, and this young girl from Drasso, what was running through your mind? Tell us exclusively.
This year, GUBA Awards Trade and Investment Conference was very emotional. I went through a lot of things. The team went through a lot of things because we decided to do a charter flight, which again was a historical thing that we were doing. It's never been done. There's a few travel agents have tried to do a charter flight to Barbados but have never been able to do it.
Oh, okay. So this is the first.
This is the first.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking at where this will go. It means that we can have a direct flight between Barbados and Ghana.
Yeah. It's only 7 hours away.
You can look at that.
It's only 7 hours, and instead of going through the US, the UK, we can actually just go over the Atlantic Ocean.
Congrats
and
for
go
making
to
this and pulling this off.
Thank you. So that was some of the challenges that we went through. You know, our people, they're very last minute. And so, you know, pushing out the tickets, getting people to try and subscribe. Even now, can you imagine, Bola, people are calling, Madam, when is the next flight?
Really?
Yes.
You see?
So all of that, and then for the first time as well, we decided to do a trade and investment conference, Bola, because fine, the award is great, honoring people is great, but let's look at investable opportunities, one on the island and two on the continent. And so, you know, it was a 3-day event that we did. So the first day was the Trade and Investment Conference, which was opened by the Deputy Prime Minister of Barbados. We had speakers from all over the world that came. Top speakers. Had Ben Crump, the Attorney General. Like, we had so many amazing people. Rita Jo Lewis, who's the chairman for Exim Bank in the US. And then in the evening, we did a film premiere with Shola Sobowale, that Nigerian legend. You know, the light-skinned woman, the King of Boys. That's the one. Mm-hmm. And Tola was Adusi was the film director. So again, just showing them our creativeness, like, you know, the films that we do, and through that, now they are going to be shooting a movie in Barbados.
Really?
With a $1 million budget, yeah, from the GUBA Awards. So these are some of the stuff that have come out that's just so emotional. So we did the film premiere. Then on the Tuesday is when Otumfuo arrived and the charter flight arrived. And we had to split ourselves up. So I went to meet Otumfuo, and my board chair, Yvonne Abapoku, went to meet the chartered flight. And again, it was just an emotional time. Receiving the people on the flight. There was one guy that was on the flight that hasn't been able to get a visa to the UK or US to go to Barbados to meet his wife. And he took the opportunity to go and see her and then come back. So these are some of the things that came out. Then when Otumfuo came, we took him straight to see the Prime Minister. And they had a beautiful conversation about, you know, plans and what they want to do. And then in the evening, at the Prime Minister's residence, we did the reception for all our nominees, and the Prime Minister did a fantastic speech.
What did she tell you? I mean, personally bringing Otumfuo to her residence, and look, you are the bridge, you are the connect, you made it happen. What did she tell you?
She was like, thank you, because it's something that she really wanted, especially the charter flight. And also having Otumfuo there was just icing on the cake. And so she was very, very grateful. Her speech was empowering. You know, she's very Pan-African as well. She's always talking about how we should be having that bridge and the flights and the connectivity and the trade amongst each other. And so that was incredible. And then, you know, so that was a reception. She stayed the whole, I mean, it's her residence, so she stayed out till everybody left. And she literally took pictures with everyone. So we left there, and then the next day we played golf with Otumfuo. You know, he loves golf.
That's right.
Starr 103.
And so we played golf with him. So I made the COO of AfriExim play golf with him. We had Sir Clive Lloyd's Foundation CEO play golf with him. We had Ibrahim Muhammad, the artist, also play golf. And we just accompanied him. And I remember I said, and I'm presuming shots. I was going to do a shot over the water, the lake.
Right.
And I'll say, oh, how? And then even when I tried to do the swing, I couldn't even do the swing. I couldn't even hit the ball. But Otumfuo was so gracious. We had an amazing time playing golf. And then in the afternoon, I had arranged for him to speak at the University of West Indies, where they had named a building after him.
Oh, so there's a building named after the great Otumfuo.
Yeah. And they actually built the building as a golden stool. They have the GRAMMYs signs at the front of the, like, it's just beautiful.
Was this planned ahead of time?
Oh, yes. So in 2008, Otumfuo had gone to Barbados.
Okay.
And he actually cut the sword to the building.
Look at this.
And so in honor of him, they have named it after him, but he's never been again.
Okay.
And then he has also planted a tree, which, oh my goodness, it was just incredible. The whole thing was just, it was meant to be, he was meant to be there.
It came back full circle.
Full circle. He was actually supposed to be there. And so he spoke at the university to about 300 students about reclaiming our Atlantic destiny, which was the theme for the GUBA Trade and Investment Conference. And then we went to the building, which was named after him, and we went to do a presentation of an artwork that a Ghanaian guy had actually done that we brought over, and that's going to sit at the university.
Wow, so a Ghanaian artist did a painting from Ghana.
Yes.
Wow.
That we took over.
Wow.
So that's now situated at the university. So
Amazing.
whoever goes there, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and as we move on, also again, congratulations on being named 2025 Global African Woman of the Year.
Yeah.
By me, but I mean, what was your immediate reaction, Dentaa, when you heard the news?
You know, you honor people all the time, right? And so when somebody's honoring you, like, wow, it felt good. It felt like, especially from Barbados and the work that we've done, I felt like, thank you, God. Like, the people are seeing the work that we do, not just for me, but for my team, for my board, for everybody that has put in the work to make these things happen. You know, Bola, sometimes we are in the front, right? But there's a lot of people in the back who are supporting us, who are praying for us, who are guiding us. But we get the accolades. But some of these things, we cannot do it alone.
Teamwork,
teamwork
makes the dream work, indeed.
Absolutely.
And you described the award, I remember, you said that it is a reaffirmation of your commitment to community building and diaspora empowerment. Looking back, you know, what moments in your life or career do you think most convinced the committee that you deserve this? I mean, for them to say, look, globally, this is the woman, and yes, you are the woman. Look at some of the works. What would you tell us?
I'll say one of the moments would be when there's a few moments. So when we organized King Charles's birthday party in Ghana, so his 70th birthday. When we did the fashion show, we brought also Barton, we brought a whole load of people. And again, that was the British High Commission that wrote me a letter to say, look, we want GUBA to organize this, we want you to own this, and the King is coming and we want you to do that. And so that moment for us was huge, right? Because this is, at the time, he was, you know, he wasn't the King, but he was Prince Charles. And getting to do that was phenomenal. And then I guess one of the other pitiful moment is writing to the CEO of the Recording Academy. You know, we honored him in 2022. But the whole thing came about is in, I think, 2022, we went to the Latin Grammys or Grammys in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And there was an event for Rocky Dawuni because he had been nominated. And I think GIPC were organizing that, and I was a host. And so I met this young guy called Sean, and he was one of the project managers for the Recording Academy. And he said, oh, great job hosting, this is my card, you know, keep in touch. And I just put the card in my pocket. And then I went about my business. Because at the time, Angelique Kudjo had invited me to the Grammys. Actually, it was Grammys, and it was happening in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, okay.
And I remember I walked straight, like, it was like maybe the last floor at the top. And I was just...
What was your first Grammy?
It was my first Grammy.
Okay.
It was my first Grammy, and I was like, wow, like, this is incredible. And then Harvey came on the stage, and I saw this black man. I was like, what the... Like, the Grammys is managed by a black person? No. And so I was really inspired. I was inspired by his speech. And then I went back to the board. At that time, we were about to start the nominations for GUBA. And then I went to the board. I was like, you know, we need to look at Harvey Mason Jr. And because I had Googled him, and he's done songs for Michael Jackson, Usher, like, oh my goodness, his CV is incredible. Forget even the Grammys, like his actual music that he's produced is incredible. And so, you know, then when I got back to Ghana, then I went into my bag and I was like, Sean.
Yeah.
And so I emailed him and I was like, hi Sean. You know, some of the times, you know, we meet people but we don't keep in touch.
Right.
There's a lot of times that we've got business cards that we just put it down, right? And so it's always important to keep that relationship because you never know when you're going to need it.
I always say that once I get a business card, I will make sure I message you the day after. Maybe right there.
Just message.
I just say, well, nice meeting you, or pleasure, you know, catching up, or anything. I mean, that's it.
That's it.
Other
That's
than
all
that,
you need to
a
do.
week, two, and then
it's faded because they won't remember you.
Correct.
Unless you said something to them that was very significant that they'll remember.
That is right.
So I emailed him and I was like, oh, I'm the girl, the lady that you said I'd hosted really nice, and then he wrote back. And then so we've been talking, and eventually I was like, look, a few months later, because you shouldn't go in straight away, okay? You have to build on a relationship. Because people don't like it when you ask them favors straight away. Sometimes we get a lot of DMs, and people are like, oh, madam, can you do this for me? But it's like you have to gradually build on that relationship.
True.
And so I had the courage to say, look, we are doing GUBA Awards in Rwanda, and we'd love to honor the CEO of the Recording Academy. I've put his name to the board, so the board has said, to try and reach out. And he was like, yeah, I think it's a good idea. And I was like, okay. And I was like, but I don't have his email or anything. And Sean was like, I'll give it to you.
103.5
I'll give it to you.
Just like that. That is God at work.
Just like that. And he gave me his PA's email. His name is Michael, and I emailed Michael. I was thinking, Charlie, this one, dear, I don't know whether they'll email back, but I've shot.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just going to pray about it and see what happens. But Bola, I didn't have any confidence because I was thinking, this is Grammys.
So then why did you do it? You see, and that is why for many, is it about faith? Is it about maybe just
it was fear?
Fear.
It was fear.
So even at your level, you're afraid to take some decisions.
Of course. I mean, I did it.
Okay.
It's not that I didn't do it.
But you didn't believe in it.
I didn't believe in it.
Wow.
I didn't believe that they would respond because I was thinking, Charlie, this is Grammys or like just the Grammy CEO, but not forgetting that he is human.
That's right.
He's human.
That's right.
And so when I sent the email, so about 3 weeks later, I got an email back. Hey, Lady Dentaa, I'm so sorry for emailing you back late. I've seen your email. Are you able to jump on a call? We're in LA. It'll be around like 1 a.m. your time. Are you okay with that? I said yes. My setting alarm, quick.
Okay. Straight.
Hey. And then, so I joined the call and he was actually running late and he messaged, Dentaa, I'm running late, but I'll be on. And then he had the call with me to basically do his due diligence, right? To make sure that it fits.
He's getting to the right. And that's also important, that you need to build a solid brand that when people go out there to do their due diligence or Google you up or search for you, at least your brand is credible.
Yeah.
So it is important. And from your side, also the discipline. Somebody would have said, oh, it's 1 a.m. here in Ghana, I can't pick up the call, so let's do it tomorrow morning. People do that and they lose.
You lose it.
Good opportunities.
You will lose it. Even if they had said 3, 4 a.m., I would wake up and do it because it's important. That's how you move from A to B. And that's how successful people work. They wake up, whatever time that the meeting needs to happen, they will wake up. And so I had the meeting with him and he was like, look, I've searched online, I've seen the amazing work that you do. And I was like, where are you doing the awards this year? And I said, oh, we're doing it in Rwanda. He's like, oh my God, that's where I had my honeymoon. Number one.
The stars are aligning.
It's aligning. Yeah. I was like, and he's like, I love Rwanda. And Harvey's going to love it. I said, Afa, number 2.
Wow.
It's and then he was like, look, we're a foundation, and you would have to basically pay for everything for him to come, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, no problem. And he was like, so we'll send you a message back, we're going to review everything, thank you for sending me all the information. And I was like, oh, and also we did honor Angelique Kudjo in 2021. She attended, she performed. I was like, oh Angelique, she's our girl. And I was like, okay, I found number 3.
Right.
And so, cut the call, and then I went into prayer mode.
Yes.
Prayer mode, because I was like, God, since the stars are aligning, there's some synergy somewhere. You have to make this work for me. You have to make this work.
And it did work.
And it worked out. Got an email. They're like, look, we wanna come.
Wow.
And so at that time, Bola, one of the things that we struggle with, even today, is finding sponsorship.
That's what I was coming to, because these are heavy tickets. These are huge budgets. How are you able to do it? First, it was in the UK. Yes, you came down to Ghana, then to Rwanda. GUBA, how do you finance? Because this is heavy.
It's huge.
Flights, accommodation, production,
transportation, everything.
The logistics is a nightmare.
Bola, like, honestly, sponsorship is something that is very difficult in our terrain here.
Ever got to a point where you said, I think I should even stop this? Did you get to
so many times, because it's just like, Charlie, you're tired. You're tired of like almost begging. People don't see the value, or you're going to the same sponsors all the time. And you know, God bless them for sponsoring us all the time as well. But it's like, there's no other sponsors that you can tap into.
That's right.
And so I remember when we did like the budget for just him coming, and then I wanted him to come to Ghana first. I wanted him to meet the music industry, the team. I wanted him to go to Cape Coast and reconnect with his roots. And that budget was alone for him, his PA, coming to Ghana and then going to Rwanda was like 25,000.
Whoa.
And so, and at one point, Bola, we had to email that we don't have the money.
You did that? You were telling me. You emailed the Grammy president to say, well, we don't
have the money. Because I did not have the money.
Wow. Sponsorship was
not coming.
Yeah.
So about 3 weeks later, my husband said, email him back that you have found money and you want to bring him.
Wow.
And I was hesitant. I was like, he's not going to respond. Like, we've already said that we don't have money. They were like, okay, no problem. You know,
another time.
Yeah, another time. And then I emailed back, and I was like, great, we'd love to come still.
I was
like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, yo, so where are we going to find the money?
Oh, so at the time you emailed him, you are not found the money. But that is faith.
That is
mountains,
yeah. That is faith.
And
that is faith. Bola,
yes.
I don't know where the money came from.
But God did.
I don't know where the money came from.
Wow.
But the money came. Wow. And we brought him. And then before he left, he was like, Dentaa, I want you to work with me on Grammy Africa.
That's it. Look at it. So one thing led to another. You were paying for it and you didn't know where the money would come from. But look at the opportunity that was given to you. And I know from there you also worked on, organizing Grammy for the African artists.
Yeah.
This is it.
Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to invest.
So for people listening to you out there that they feel, well, we can't take audacious goals. We feel that, well, let's play small. Let's be myopic in our thinking. Let's think small. You're telling that, take the risk.
You have to take the risk.
It will pay off.
It will pay off. It will pay off. Obviously GUBA it didn't just start. We've had to take one step at a time to grow, to build. But sometimes at that point you have to take risk.
Okay.
And when you take that risk, you don't know what's behind that. I mean, so many opportunities came from that. Actually, when I think about it, 25,000 was nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the opportunities that you've got,
the doors that it opened for you. I think that you should be going to maybe universities, tertiary institutions, and motivate people and talk about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
The challenges, the lows, because people just see the outcome.
103.5.
Yeah, no, honestly.
And they feel it's all rosy, and the glam.
No.
I've seen ladies who want to be like, I want to be like Dentaa, I want to take my program here. But they don't know the nights that you have to be alone and cry.
Hey, the tears they're playing.
Oh, really?
Oh, Bola. I've cried.
Over what?
I've cried. So even at some point, I mentioned about the charter flight. There was at some point, it actually got cancelled because
the charter flight nearly. Yeah. You had people paying for tickets. You were upbeat. You were running promotion. I saw you on Instagram. You go to the call office.
I went everywhere.
Wow.
I went everywhere, and I was like, God, you cannot disgrace me. Like, this cannot happen. And that, even the whole team, like, we were so discouraged.
You cried?
Yeah, I cried.
You cried to God?
I cried to God. And there was a lot of fasting and praying that you have to do with some of these things when it's a heavy lift, because truly it wasn't by our might. It was definitely a very spiritual journey for this GUBA. As I said, there were so many elements. You're bringing a 2-4, you're doing a charter flight, like you've got 2 presidents coming, like so many speakers. We had about 60 speakers coming. We had 340 people. Yeah, 340 people at the awards. Like, it was just a lot. And even at the time, one time actually, Ambassador Juliet Sunderland, one time she called me and they were actually praying for me. Ambassador Juliet.
And this is the Barbados ambassador to Ghana.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Her and Marsha, who is one of the directors at BTMI, they just called and was like, Dentaa, we're praying for you. And these are just like women that just are just so supportive. Like, and I started crying on the phone.
So like, you believe that with some of these journeys, and also if you want programs, you have to be spiritually strong. You don't just have to leave anything and everything to chance.
You can't.
You can't,
Bola.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, it's too big, and you can't. It can't be you alone.
That's right.
It has to be. There has to be a force behind you, and that is God. Like, literally, myself, my husband, all of us, the team. We even had a pastor come into the office to pray with the team, because it was a lot for us.
Right.
The team were leaving every day at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, like, just to make things work. And then when we got the manifest to say, like, your flight is going to go, like, it was just emotional. And so, look, it's not all rosy like we put on social media. We put out the good stuff.
That's
but
right.
honestly,
behind the scenes,
there's a lot of tough stuff.
Thanks for being raw, in quotes. Thanks for being blunt. Thanks for speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Because many will conceal it. Many will say, well, fake it till you make it. You know, many will say, well, we don't have to talk about the failures. It's just about the successes. But I actually don't agree.
No, I don't agree.
Share it all, because there might be somebody who's at present going through a phase.
Yeah.
And they will need to know that, look, it will be better someday.
Yeah.
And it will be.
It will be, because the thing is, you have to go through that journey. For you to have that testimony, you need to have that test. You need to have that test.
Deep.
Because you can't just go into church or tell somebody, oh, this is my testimony, and it, like, people don't feel that test that you went through. Like, this is what we call testimony. This is what we call a journey. This is what we call a dansier. You know, a dansier. Like you have to go through all of that, and then you'll be able to look back and say, wow, this is what God did for us.
God did, indeed. And again, congratulations on receiving the diplomatic passport from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. How do you feel when you first learned that, well, you've been selected? You were 5, right? 5 of you.
Yeah, 5 of us.
Right.
Again, it was a big surprise, because it was announced at the launch of the Diaspora Summit, which is being held by the Foreign Ministry and Diaspora Office. And to hear my name called as part of the 5 was, again, quite emotional, actually, because it's like, wow, like, your country recognizes you as a great ambassador, as somebody that deserves to have a diplomatic passport. Yes, I have my UK passport. I can travel with it anywhere that I want to go to.
But how significant and symbolic is this? And
it's from your country, right? First of all, it's from your country. It's from your president. It's from, you know, it means so much more, because now you're going through a lane that presidents walk through, that ambassadors walk through.
You're a diplomat.
I'm a diplomat.
Hey,
Your Excellency.
Sister. Your Excellency.
Your Excellency. I remember when I went to Nigeria, and I was using it, and the guy was like, And I went to the normal place because I didn't see the where it said diplomat and all that. And I said, Madam, no, you can't be here. You can't be here.
Levels don't change.
You have to go through the lane. I said, So
you are saying that the diplomatic passport, the Ghanaian diplomatic passport, look, the UK passport doesn't come close.
No.
Levels don't change.
Levels don't change.
Your Excellency.
Oh, Your Excellency.
So the first day that you got it, you held that passport in your hands.
Yeah.
How was it like?
I was grateful.
You placed it under the pillow or something?
No. Maybe show baby, like like me lock in. Wow. So that my kids don't go and mix up the passport.
Yes.
No, but I was very grateful. I was very grateful because these are all testament to the work that we continue to do, and also it's an honor because when you look at the journey of Dentaa, despite any governments, anyone that comes in, I work with every government.
And that's what I was coming to, because you've always championed Ghana's image abroad through media, entrepreneurship, diaspora work. I mean, this is it. Do you see the passport as a recognition of past work, platform for future impact?
Definitely. And as you mentioned, for future impact as well. We've always in all of my fields, I have a passion for Ghana and I have a passion for Africa. I feel like, there's so much positive things that happen on the continent that are not showcased. There's so many positive things that are happening that I want people to see, especially in the diaspora, because I lived there. And so I never saw the great things that people were doing. And so that's the stories that I wanted to showcase. And so this is going to propel me to do more. It encourages me to do more. But I will just continue the work that God has ordained for me to do.
Indeed. And you're getting the highest levels and all of that. And you've been there, meeting presidents, world leaders, global creatives, and rising stars.
Yeah.
Still with the Recording Academy. I mean, yes, the Grammy. Tell me about it. Ghana is out there, people say, we are not getting Grammy nominations. What is happening? You've been there, you've been invited and all of that, and you are actually urged
103.5
a lot more Ghanaians to join the Recording Academy.
Yeah, it's important. That's the only way.
Yes.
So, when Harvey came in, I think he made it extremely clear that, look, we need more people on the continent, more Africans to be members. Because that's how the voting happens. If you're not a member, you cannot vote. You can't vote, you can't nominate.
So how can they be members? Educators, you have the platform so Ghanaians can go.
Yeah, so you can go on the website. I'm actually going to be doing a campaign on this because I feel like we need a lot more of our people to be members. So you go on the website, so you have to be in the music industry. So whether you're a producer, a writer, an artist, anything that has anything to do with the ecosystem of music, you can be part of the membership. It's free. It's absolutely free. You have to just load your profile. So you either load your profile or get somebody to nominate you. So somebody that's already a member can nominate you to be a member as well. It's fairly simple. You just upload your details and then they'll get back to you. So right now is a time for everybody to start registering to be a member, because in March they announce the new members.
Okay.
So I will put details out on my socials so that people can start being members, because that's the only way we can get our people to be on that platform as well.
All right, but we got some Ghanaians also becoming members.
MOG, Richie.
Okay.
I've seen so many people now are now members, which is great. This is what we need. We need more though.
Right.
Because at the moment, the majority is the white people in America.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And they don't know your music, right? They hear whatever is happening in America.
Then your campaign is welcome. I think that you need to sensitize a lot more people to know that, look, let's get to become members.
You have to
and then that can increase our chances,
Absolutely.
right? So let's talk about moving from nursing to entertainment. You are a nurse.
Yes.
You trained as a nurse.
Pediatric nurse. I'm still a nurse.
Okay.
I still hold my pin.
But you don't practice.
I do practice.
You do?
So once in a while, to keep your pin, you need to practice.
Okay.
And I don't want to let go of my pin because I'm a to get it.
Right.
So, growing up, I always thought that I was going to be either an actress. You mentioned in the beginning, I thought I was going to be an actress or a singer. And I remember, Ghanaian parents, why singer? Why artist? I didn't know. My dad was like, you know what you have to do, doctor, nurse, and I was like, okay, I'll do nursing. And he's like, what in nursing? And I was like, I love children, I'll do children's nursing. So I became a pediatric nurse. And I qualified in, I think, 2004 as a pediatric nurse. And 6 months later, I was a senior nurse. I was managing the ward.
6 months later?
Yeah, I was managing the ward. And at that time, I was doing a lot of acting and stuff like that. And 2009 is when I started GUBA. And so I remember I would only do night shifts. So I switched from doing day to doing night shifts so that I could go home to be able to send emails and have meetings during the day. So when we talk about the work, these are some of the work that we've had to do. I'll go home, get home about 7 something, get my son ready for school, take him to school, come back, do work till like maybe 1, sleep 1 till 3.
Just 2 hours?
2 hours, go and pick up my son for 3:30, come back, and then get him ready, do whatever I have to do with him, and start to go to work at 7 o'clock. So these are some of the sacrifices that we've had to do to get to where we are. It hasn't been easy. Like, we've put in the work. Like sometimes I'll do 7 nights in a row.
Wow.
And just so that I can get the night shifts done, and I'll take 5 days off.
So 2004 as a nurse, but 2009 you started GUBA. What fear held you back the longest? The fear of what? And what finally made you to confront it?
I guess.
Yes.
Let me have a little think. I've never. Okay, even though I've mentioned that some of the things that I've done, I've had a little fear in me, but I'm not a fearful person. I'm a go-getter. I'm somebody that looks at positives, right? And so when my husband came out with the idea GUBA.
Oh, your husband came up with the idea?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were sitting in our living room in London, Canning Town, big up all the Canning Town people. And we were seeing amazing Ghanaians. At first it was called the Ghana UK Based Achievement Awards.
That's right.
That's where you got your award.
Yes.
And he was like, look, and then he came out with GUBA. And then started writing GUBA, and then he was like, Ghana UK Based Achievement Awards. That was it. And then I was like, look, I know that you can deal with this, you can do it.
So go do it, and I'll be the man behind the scenes. Quarry Studios.
Quarry Studios.
Big up the man out there, of course. Yes.
And so that's how it started. And sometimes, you don't have to birth the vision. Somebody could birth it with you, for you.
That's right.
And then
you run along with it.
You run along with it.
Fantastic. Virus, we salute you wherever you are. That's the man. We'll talk about you some more later. But in all of this, you confronted your fears.
Yeah.
But was there a moment where you felt misunderstood or dismissed in the industry?
I remember there was a point, I can't remember who it was, that we wanted to award, and they were like, "Oh, nah, we don't want to be awarded." At the time,
told you that?
Yeah, they wrote back to say, "No, we don't want to be awarded." And a few years later, the person came back. They came back.
They came back?
Yeah.
You awarded them?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did?
No, I didn't. Because at the time,
GUBA was also there.
Yeah, and then no, it's not even that. At the time, what they had done during that period.
Okay, as a year
was so impactful that was the time. And so don't be dismayed when people blow you off.
That's right.
The time will come when they will come to you. And I remember there was a lot of sponsors that we went to. Some of them said no. And in the end, they started coming to us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you tell people out there that are going through a phase that, look, trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
You know, this evening is about upliftment. It's about motivating people to let them know that you can also do it.
You can do it. You can do it. There's nothing that's impossible in this world. Like, everything has been done. And so you can do it as well. You know, when you read people's stories, like, you can know, say, Charlie, the world is your oyster. You can go for it.
Go for it. And you've shared stories about leaders and icons embracing the GUBA platform.
Yeah.
But is there one, Henri, whose story personally moved you?
Yeah.
Or changed your perspective?
There are 2 Henris this year, actually, that their stories really impacted me.
Right.
So one, her name is Michelle Greer. She's a judge in Baltimore. She's a judge in Baltimore. After 250 years, this was a second judge that's African American. And that court where she's a judge is where her parents came out of slavery.
Oh no. Wow.
So she was looking at the records when she became a judge there, and then she noticed that her family records was at that particular court. And she had broken a barrier. She had broken something that was so huge. After 250 years, there was a black female judge. And it was her. Her story, like, when I read her profile and her story, that brought me to tears.
What's her name again?
Michelle Greer.
Okay.
Michelle Greer. And she came, we awarded her. And there's another woman, her name is Bernice. She is the chancellor at Warwick University. She's a refugee. And she actually went to Warwick and is now the chancellor at Warwick University.
Incredible.
Like, some of these stories, like, when you hear it, you're like, wow. Like, that, like, you know the possibilities, like, you know you can do it, because there are people that are doing it. I mean, when the woman spoke on stage and said her story, everybody was like, wow.
A refugee got into this, high-profile university. Now the chancellor of that university. So, like, if that doesn't encourage you, what can? Dreams indeed do come true.
They come true.
Pursue them. True. Let's talk about your role, bridging that diaspora. Have you ever felt the weight of that responsibility?
It's hard.
Become overwhelming.
Oh yeah. I mean, before I moved to Ghana, when we did one of our events in the UK, the person came up to me and said, Dentaa, you keep promoting about go to Ghana, live in Ghana, but you don't live in Ghana. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, hey, they're right, I don't. And so, I had to make that move because I wanted to be that example of you can move your family back home. And you can still do what you want to do back home, and you can be successful. And so the weight is huge. The weight is huge because, people are looking whether you're going to move back, or whether you're actually going to stay the test of time. And I'm glad that I moved back, and I'm glad I've moved my kids, because I feel like the UK, especially at that time, a lot of knife crime, especially our black boys.
Right. North London.
And I didn't want that for my children.
Okay.
I did it.
Oh, so now the children are here.
Yeah, they've been here for like 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
they've been here for 6 years.
You walked the talk.
I had to because, and that's what I'm saying. It was very important for me not to have my children in the UK and I'm here. It was very important for me to also nurture my children and grow with my children and let my children know what mummy does as well.
That's right.
And so I'm glad that they're here.
While at that, well, we'll be going for a break shortly, but then while at it, what was that hidden sacrifice you made that people would never imagine? That was what?
I remember when I was pregnant with my second child, Adansie, I had a low-lying placenta, And at the time, so low-lying placenta, the placenta is basically below
Starr 103.5
your womb, and
FM.
I was bleeding throughout the pregnancy. Throughout the pregnancy, I was bleeding. So one time it got really, really bad, and I had to be admitted. And I also had sponsorship meetings because GUBA was like a few weeks away. And I actually lied to the nurse that the bleeding has stopped. I put a sanitary pad that was dry, and said, look, I'm not bleeding, I haven't bled overnight, can I be discharged, kind of thing. And I got discharged, quickly went to the meeting, and then had to come back because the bleeding was bad. Because one is like, GUBA's around the corner, I need the sponsorship, like I need, and and the thing is, sometimes when you're a leader, people only want to see you.
That's right.
Bola. And that's our challenge.
Uneasy.
That's our challenge.
That was the
because because sometimes you just want like another team member to come.
That's right.
But they want to see you, Bola. They want to see.
So you had to lie or tell a lie. You were bleeding. It was uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable.
But you got discharged just for a meeting for sponsorship. That was a huge risk.
Very big risk. Big. One of the biggest risks that I've had to do, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyone to do. But luckily, I went back straight away, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just stepped out, and I started bleeding again. They're like, you.
Wow.
But these are some of the things that we've gone through, and just like managing 4 children. And trying to be a mother, trying to be a wife,
right,
and trying to be, managing.
Juggling all of it is not easy.
It's not easy.
What is that lesson that you did learn the hard way? What one that you will now teach others early?
I would say, if you can, have children earlier. I mean, I got married when I was 23, and I had my first child when I was 25. But I wish that I actually had them earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like age 20 or
like
something?
20, at least. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you subscribe and recommend that to your daughter now?
Yeah.
Get married and get
Yeah. Because I feel
early.
like get them early. Like now I can even vibe with them, They look like my siblings, like we can vibe.
Okay.
And I think that's important because sometimes the career, because right now if I had them at 20, like maybe the oldest would be like 22, 21, they're at university, like you would have done what you need to do. So I would have personally liked to have children a bit.
And you actually highlight that or teach.
Yeah, because now women are, when you look at women now,
maybe 20,
because
they are in college, they are university.
Yeah, but you can still continue your education.
Oh, you recommend that you can still be in school.
You can still be in school, and achieve that. So I don't know. That's something that I wish I'd started earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because now, Bola.
Yes.
I can't, like, now I'm 42. There's no way if somebody tells me to have a child now that I would.
Yeah.
And I feel like having them a bit younger, you get to spend more time, and you also get to build your career whilst, letting them grow. So.
Right. Well, we'll be going for a break shortly. When we come back, we're actually going to, get to know you the more.
Okay.
And we'll also talk about the future of GUBA. Yes. What's next? What do you have coming up? And this December, what is GUBA doing right here? And as an ambassador, because certainly you are.
Thank you.
What have we lined up for the World Cup, for other activities, and great stuff happening? We'll get to talk about it right after the break. Lady Dentaa, the founder of GUBA, is here on Starr Chat. We'll be right back. And indeed, simply the best, your most welcome founder of GUBA is right here as our guest on Starr Chat. And we have your messages, and many of you also, you want to call in. Yes, we'll be picking up your calls on 055-288-0216. That's 055-288-0216. or 053-518-3317. But it's Christmas on Starr 103.5 FM, and Santa is warming up something big. Yes, we're giving you the chance to get familiar with our special Santa surprise box song. and it's simple. From the 15th of December, that song is going to change your life this Christmas. Now here's the deal. Between now and the 15th, keep listening to Starr 103.5 FM and you will hear the Santa Surprise Box song over and over again on the morning show, yes, in the afternoon and during the evening. Don't get tired, because on the 15th, the moment you hear that song and you're the first caller through, to get through, well, we have something great for you. Santa will open his box and you win instantly. We're giving away mobile phones, fuel coupons, shopping vouchers, electrical appliances, dinner for two, major event tickets, and more. So it's Santa Surprise Box only on Starr 103.5 FM. Let's make it unforgettable. And some news from Stanbic Bank for everyone. You know, some see challenges, we see opportunities. Where others spot risk, we unlock value. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we partner with businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth. So from energy to mining, infrastructure to trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. So that's great. Call Stanbic on 0302-815-789 and speak to our CIB team, or visit stanbicbank.com.gh. It's the Impact Series only from Stanbic. Well, welcome back, Lady Dentaa.
Bola.
So you received MBE. Which year was this?
2016.
From the Queen?
From the Queen. It was her 90th birthday honors.
Wow, that's a huge one. I mean, a young girl from Drasso. Asante Action.
Yeah.
And here you were.
Yeah.
2016.
Buckingham Palace. Wow. It's like, wow, first time.
Walk us through how you received the information or the news, and then on the day itself.
Yeah, so again, I remember getting the letter to say that, you know, I've been on the list to receive my MBE, which is Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire.
Starr 103.5
And
FM.
at first I was like, do they have the right name, right address? Because how? Because any time that I thought about OBE, MBE, for me it felt like people that are quite older,
had
like
been doing
60s, 70s, and for me at the time to be in my 30s to receive this honor was incredible. Right. It was an incredible moment for me. And then, you know, you had to pick whether you wanted to receive your award in Buckingham Palace or the Windsor Castle.
Oh, so you get to
pick.
choose.
Yeah, you get to pick where you want it. And I was like, Buckingham Palace. Yeah, like I want to go through. I just want to see what Buckingham Palace is, and you know. And I remember walking in. You're not allowed to take your phone into the main room, so you had to lock it up. And I remember, like, even when I went to the washroom, there's the olden day toilet that's in there. I saw so much gold. I was just looking around. I was like, wow. And at that time, when I was receiving mine, Edwin and Nympho was receiving his OBE. Okay. And his guest was Naomi Campbell. Wow. So I got to meet them there for the first time as well. And it was incredible. So at the time it was supposed to be the Queen that was giving out the award, but she felt sick. Okay. So Princess Anne gave us our MBEs, and I took my mom, my children, and my husband.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
2016, unforgettable.
Yes, it was.
Well, let's get to the beginning. I mean, from Drasso to London, like we said. Who was this young girl? That early seed that shaped the woman sitting with us today.
Yeah, I was always...
you were born in Drasso?
I was born in Drasso. Okay. Drasso Hospital. But then I was raised in Choco. So...
Unoga.
Minisani.
Maybe you are okay, Minister.
Okay, no, so
you're raised in Choco.
So basically, my mother left and my father left to the UK. Okay. When I was about 1 or 2, and so I lived with my mom's sister's daughter, and they lived in Choco. So I only actually spoke Ga. I was very like fluent in Ga. But then when I went to the UK, my parents didn't speak it.
Okay.
And so I kind of lost that. But I was, a happy child. When I came to the UK, it was very difficult. I came at a time where it was winter. And it was a whole different environment for me. Because again, I was used to eating bode and kontomire, my favorite food. But here I am, and there's some burger and some meat inside. It's round, and I'm like, what is this?
Right.
And I remember just eating the bread, because the bread I could identify with, but the round thing, I was like, nah. And I remember the dinner teacher, she was always at me like, you have to eat it, you have to eat it. And my taste buds was just not used to this type of food. But it was difficult. I remember also, I started my period at a very young age. And I was a very sporty person. And so, I would find myself leaking at times. And I was bullied.
Oh, you were bullied?
Yeah, I was bullied. I was bullied in school. One, I was like, the only black person in my class. I had short hair, Ghanaian, short hair. Was a tomboy, and at some point I was the captain of the boys football team, because one
you were the captain of the boys. you kidding, right?
No. No. So I went to the trials, and I got picked. A
lady playing in the men's football team.
Yeah, I was. It was young. We were like 9 or 7. Yeah,
but
like
still.
That. Yeah.
You got picked. That's you're a baller.
I was a baller. Really? And the boys hated me. Of course they hated me. Yeah, I love.
You were playing with them. You matched their strength. Boots for boots.
Oh, boots for boots, Charlie.
Be tomboy.
I love sport. I found myself playing basketball. Every sport that you put me in, I was good at it.
At what point do you get into entertainment, and then you're on British,
yes,
television and all of that? So how did you land the job though?
So I did performing arts at school. Okay. So I did a lot of theatre in college, and also like we did performing arts. So when we do talent shows, I'll be singing or dancing. We had a group. Like we did a lot growing up. And so I remember someone said, "Oh, have you thought about like doing acting that like they pay?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, never thought about it." So I decided to join an agency, and they gave me different parts in EastEnders, in Holby City, Judge John D.
Oh, so you started in EastEnders?
Yeah.
Because I remember back then in the 90s in the UK, I used to watch that.
Yeah, EastEnders was like...
That was it. EastEnders. So what role? You had a...
So it was extra roles.
Extra, okay.
So the extra roles, like you would go, maybe one of them are speaking, you go, maybe they'll say, oh, you go and buy a drink, walk by. And then when I saw them, I was like, these people, they're short. Yeah. But when I see them on TV, they're so big.
Wow.
So
you had an appearance in Holby.
I did so many appearances. Oh my goodness, so many.
Wow.
But the one that I got a major role was Judge John Deed.
Oh right.
So Judge John Deed, I was an extra, and then the producer came up to me and said, look, can you play a main character? So your brother's just been put to prison. You're in court. Can you cry? And I was like, I can cry. Yeah, of course I can cry. And they were like, look, this is your mother. I don't know if you know Ellen Thomas. So Ellen Thomas is another actress. She's still around today.
Okay.
And they gave me a part. I cried. Bola, I don't know where the tears came from, but I cried. And I remember when I got paid, because usually with the extra work you get maybe, at that time I was like 17, 16.
Okay.
You get like £250, maybe 500
for a role.
For a role, just
per episode.
Yeah, just like walking past. And then this one, Bola, I got like £1,000. I was like,
game
what?
changer. Wow.
Hey, anytime they want me to cry, I'll cry. Anytime they want me to cry, I'll cry.
And then you
get royalties as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, so that's how I started. acting, but I was always singing, always, doing music.
How did music come into the picture? Because I remember, you're one of the first people, you and Amakere said that took me to OB television. Then. Is OB still around now?
OB is not around.
It's not
around, unfortunately.
So OB TV and all of that. But how did music come through for you? You were doing gospel music.
Yeah, so I did a gospel album in 2000 and it's either 6 or 4.
I think 2004 or something.
Yeah, I think it's.
I used to be a rapper as well. I used to rap well. What happened? You still rap?
Oh, but I've only got one rap that's in my cupboard.
Okay.
That I can spit
Tonight we want to
anywhere.
Yes.
Everybody's heard that rap.
Okay, no,
everybody that knows me.
We want to know the other side of Dentaa. We know the businesswoman and all of that. But the rapper, they don't know.
Listen, my team are texting me, please don't rap. Please don't rap.
No. Just rap for us. Rap for the record so that they know that, that's the gangsters. They don't know. Yeah, which one is that?
Are you gonna give me a beat or something?
Well, you do the acapella and then we'll get you a beat. I think that we'll try.
Come on, give me something. Give me something.
We'll get you something, but let's put it together now.
Okay. So they call me Wild Blow, lick shots, bo. The lady is so. I be the opposite of a hoe, not just for the dough. Elevate your soul another level when I flow. All your chicken heads can't follow, cause my style is too sexy, style is too nasty. Check 1, check 2, triple X is what they rate me. Liven up the party. Say.
Hey, Charlie, you know football. I think you can even do garage and do it. You know those standing up.
Okay, those time
21 seconds to go.
I got 21 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, those are the days.
I know. But you've done everything. I mean, your gospel album. What informed or inspired that?
At that time, God has done so many things for me, and I was just like so grateful for my journey. Even at that time, I wanted to lift up his name. I wanted everyone to know that God is there, God is available for each and every one of us.
Yes.
And so that's how the gospel album came about.
Wow. And
Alodia was
promotions. I remember we launched it at Kingsby Hotel.
Did the whole thing.
Yes.
I did a tour, Europe, UK, everywhere.
God has been good.
God has been so good.
And here you are. You're a mom of 4.
Yes.
Wow. Any of the children taken after you?
I think my daughter, Aria, I think she definitely has my traits. She sings. She's an amazing singer, actually. Okay. And she's also a business person as well. So I remember in school, they called me one time. They're like, "Oh, Aria keeps selling in school," and I was like,
"She's how old?"
She's 13 now. At the time, she was about 11. They called me, DPS, and then I was like, She's like, so she came home, she had like 400 Ghana cedi. And I was like, Aria, how'd you get 400 Ghana cedi? Oh, when you give me the crisps as snack, I sell it. And I said, where are you selling it? She sells it in the toilet.
Wow.
So she'll go in the toilet, she'll call them. Yeah. And then, so when I give her snack, she don't eat her snack. Okay. She makes money from her snack.
Yeah, that's cool. That's legit.
I'm like, what? Proper entrepreneur spirit at a young age.
Why not? Why not?
So I have Nokwari, Adansie, Eria, and Enijie.
Yeah. So you have Enijie, you have Nokwari, you have Adansie, and you have Eria. Why that? That's so Ghanaian, African.
Yeah.
And Ashanti.
Yeah. I wanted powerful names for my children because one of the things that I learnt in the UK was the Nigerians had big names that you couldn't pronounce, and it meant like God's favor. It had powerful meanings, and Nigerians were very proud. You understand? They were very proud to say their names, and so I wanted to give names for my children that would, one, impact, because Nokwari, you are the truth, right? Area is sunshine. That's right. You shine wherever it is that you go.
Shine
bright. That's what I keep telling them. Adansie is a testimony, and Enijie is joy. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Are you more of a stay home and relax person, or step out and refresh type?
I'm a stay home mom.
Oh, you're a stay home.
Like, if I don't have to go to an event, I'd rather be in my pajamas.
That's interesting. So it's a contrast. But what you do events, you want people to attend, but for you, in your quiet, you want to be at home.
I want to be at home. I want to take the makeup off. I want to just lounge and just watch movies.
So when you want to unwind,
3.5 FM.
When I want to unwind, is listening to music at home. My daughter teaching me dance moves that we should do on TikTok. I love being at home.
That's right.
Actually, I love being in my bed at home.
Okay, heels or sneakers?
Oh, definitely sneakers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to take off these heels, Bola. I'm a sneaker girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
One song that always lifts your mood. I mean, any day, any time. Is that song go-to song for you?
There's quite a few. If he trusts the lilies with beauty and splendor, how much more will he? Charlie, that song, anytime I hear it,
That's right.
it really uplifts me.
Okay. Is that from Maverick CD or
yeah.
Yes, yes.
And also MOG. Me and my daughter were singing.
Is it Be Lifted or which one?
Oh, be lifted above all other gods.
Good song.
Yeah.
You can sing that?
Yeah.
Bless us with that tune because you have a great voice. Let's go. Tune from MOG is a rendition by Dentaa. Here on Star Chat.
Oh, be lifted above all other gods. We praise your name and lift you up. This is my own version. Oh, be lifted above all other gods. We praise your name and lift you up.
Oh,
Glorious God, we praise your name. We lift you up and praise you.
You know, we're having our AIB cows. I think that we'll invite you to come in. So tell me about it. Tea or coffee? What gets you started?
None of them.
None.
I'm
You're
a
like me,
water.
watching person.
No, I don't mind watching in the morning.
Yeah.
But I'm a cornflakes, Weetabix kind of girl. Yeah,
Why
you know,
not?
my English breakfast.
Oh, right.
Bit of sausages.
Okay.
Bit of beans.
Okay.
You know, hash brown. You know, a little bit of mushrooms. Tomatoes.
You're not a Hausa cocoa or...
I don't mind it. I don't mind how is a cocoa. I like
That is
that.
Weetabix.
It's Weetabix. Weetabix and cornflakes and milk. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. I'll leave it.
Don't say anything. Don't say none.
One place in the world you could visit again and again, Dentaa.
Oh, one place I would
Yes.
visit again and 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 again. Home, man, Ghana. I love being home. Yeah, I would say Ghana.
Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're activating the phone lines. We were doing the mystery questions soon, but you can now call us. You can call in 055-288-0216 and speak to Lady Dentaa right here on Star Chat, or 053-518-3317. What question do you have for Dentaa? What is it that you want to tell her? It's right here on Star Chat. Keep the messages coming in as well. And somebody wants to know from one challenge, Bola, ask her that she actually will wish that she had that talent. What would that be?
Oh, that talent.
Any talent?
That I could play chess. I don't know how to play chess.
Chess.
Yeah. I don't know how to play
Starr
chess.
103.5
Wow.
FM.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll say chess.
Wow. Chess.
Yeah.
Is
Do
it
you know how to play
interesting?
chess?
No, I don't.
Yeah. And that
the
apparently it's good for
checkmate
your
of the
mind.
and all of that, yes.
So it's something that I would love to be able
And
to.
somebody also wants to know, will she ever get into football? Like maybe promoting football or
I mean,
pushing
I
out
was
there.
there. I was, I managed a Samoa at some point.
Oh, you managed a Samoa Jan at the point. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Right.
and I was the head of diaspora for Asante Kotoko. So I've done a little bit of football as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear we have a call online. Okay. Well, so football, you want to do. Somebody says maybe she should actually do Ghana UK, organize a match.
A match. It's possible.
Now that you have the diplomatic passport, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, huh?
Yes, for sure. And but hopefully we'll be doing something for the World Cup.
For the World Cup. I mean, Ghana is in there. We're not AFCON though, but we're going for the World Cup.
We're going for the World Cup, which is great.
Canada and then the US.
Yes, Boston, Philadelphia, we're going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we marry the two? You know, football, tourism, and with this promotion, you out there, yes, you out there as a media person, you're on social media as well heavily, and with all the things that you're doing for God, how can we position it?
Yeah, I think that this is a perfect opportunity for us to promote Ghana, because Ghana is at the World Cup, our footballers are there. Have a village of our own where we showcase.
I love that. Yes, I love the sound of that.
Our materials, our fashion, everything under one roof.
I think that we should have a huge presence out there with our kente, with our gold and all of that, necklaces. And Ghana should be felt. Yes, we're going for football, but I believe that we should take some bit of our culture.
We need to take everything. So under that village, that's where you have the fashion,
our music,
and the food.
I love that.
We need to be making sure that we have that in Canada, in Boston, in Philadelphia. Like, we need to have that village.
So I think that something should start from now, because from next year, God willing, that is it, because we're going out there mid-year and we should do something. Is there a book, podcast or show you tend to, when we have a caller? Let's put this call through. Hello? Good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. What's your name, please?
My name is Obiya. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Obiya from Kumasi. I love your voice. Obiya, you're on there. Dentaa is here. Talk to her.
Who?
Lady Dentaa is here. So go ahead and talk, Obiya.
Oh, hi, lady. It's such a pleasure to talk to you. I'm so honored. So I just listened to the interview. I want to listen to it, and I feel so inspired. I just started a tennis club that is basically bringing more girls into tennis and making tennis more accessible.
Wow.
And we are hosting our first event on January 3rd, and it's just been so hectic trying to pitch the, as she said, like trying to get people to see the vision, to want to invest. It's been so difficult, and honestly, it's been so trying for me. I've been like thinking things through, like should I stop all the doubts? But listening to her right now is just giving me all the motivation that I needed. So I just want to say thank you. And I really, I love this interview so much. I just wanted to show my appreciation and then let her know that her story is really motivating me. As someone who is just starting out with something, this is exactly what I needed to hear.
Exactly what you needed, and that's how we want it as well. We're happy that you've been inspired. And you know what, to help you with your pitch and also promotion, we have a station in Kumasi called Ultimate FM. I would want for you to go and speak to the manager, the business manager. His name is Daniel, and I think that stay on the line. We'll give you Daniel's number. We're giving you airtime for interviews, for promotion. We need to support you.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Well done, and keep going. Like, I know that the first one is always very challenging, but once you get that over the line, it gets easier with time. Also DM me, and then I will also
wants to support you.
I will promote your flyer as well.
Thank you so much.
That's great. Wow. Yes, radio, TV gets results, and that's what we want, to encourage you that you can do it. Go for it. So she said she was listening to you and how you've not given up and you keep pushing. She's inspired.
Yeah, and that's the impact that we want to make, Bola. Your story, our story, and that's why GUBA was started, because we wanted people to be inspired. That somebody has gone through it. They've gone through the journey. So can you.
That's right.
Do not give up.
Do not give up. Well, as we wrap it all up, what's your definition for success?
My definition of success is, for me, doing better than I did yesterday. Right. And I think that you should, apart from having people that inspire you, challenge yourself. Challenge you every single day. How do I be a better person?
So
how can I go?
The race or the competition is between you and you.
You and you.
Wow.
That person that you face in the mirror, that's the competition.
That's right.
And I think that's what people need to look at. Otherwise, you'll get so crumped up with other people, what they're doing, but what is your focus? What is your goal? And then you stick to that and you go for that.
Stick to that. It's now time for our mystery questions.
Oh, wow.
And there we go. So can you pick two out of that for us? Yes. What do we have there?
If fear, resources, and time were no barrier, what is the boldest project you would start tomorrow?
Exactly. What will you do, Lady Dentaa?
What would I start tomorrow?
If there's no fear, you have enough resources.
I would probably
You have
Okay,
unlimited resources. You have time. You have.
Oh my goodness. I would open up a children's hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, a children's hospital. As a pediatric nurse, that's something that's always been on my mind, and so that's what I would do.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Well, the next question is,
if you had to name 5 personalities whose journeys truly inspire you, who would make that list, and what stories, and what about their stories that speaks to you?
right.
5 personalities. So I spoke about 2 already, which was the Michelle Greer.
Correct.
And the Chancellor for the University of Warwick.
Yeah.
I would say my mother
Okay.
is one. Looking at what she has done to enable us to be who we are, encourage us, be prayerful and all of that. My mum would definitely be on that list. So that's 3. Someone's journey that's really inspired me and has impacted me would be definitely Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah. You're looking forward to meeting her one day. Huh?
That's one person I'm telling you
I know.
that's on my list.
Yes.
We've actually written to her once, and she her team actually
you wanted
responded.
to.
Yeah, we wanted to award her. And her team actually wrote back, but we'll see what happens.
All right. So that's 4. Left with 1.
That's 4.
103.5.
And the last person would be Yvonne Abapoku, who is...
Tell us about Yvonne. She's your board chair.
She's my board chair.
Tell us about Yvonne Abapoku.
So Yvonne Abapoku is our board chair. She also is the director for governance for King Charles, and has been doing that for 16 years.
16?
Yeah, and she is somebody that I call her my mentor. I pray with her, we do fasting together, and she is somebody that can tell me, Dentaa, you're not doing that.
Wow.
Or Dentaa, go for that.
Okay.
And you need those people in your life.
True.
Sometimes we talk about how we are lifting things that are really heavy, but there's other people that are holding it up for you as well, that are making it lighter for you. And so Yvonne, I love you so much. I can't thank you enough for all of the guidance that you have given me throughout GUBA, and you being a board chair. I just want to say thank you so much for even giving up your time to invest in GUBA.
This is great. And as we go, your favorite music of all time will be, as we try and get to play that for you, which song would that be?
All time? Let's go for something Daddy Lumba.
Oh, Daddy Lumba. You're a huge fan of Daddy Lumba.
I love Daddy
With all the
Lumba.
things that's happening after his demise, how do you feel about that?
I just still like, let's bury Daddy Lumba.
Oh, you want to?
I think he should be buried. He should be buried. But you know, obviously we don't know what each family is going through, right? And so we need to be sensitive to that. But I think Daddy Lumba has left so many great songs.
Okay.
Which
of them do you want? In Pim Pim? Do you want?
Any of the songs are just inspiring.
Let's play Sika for her, since you're making a lot of money, and Yes, it's a pleasure sitting down with you.
Pleasure.
We've been chasing you for a while, and now we got you.
I'm glad I made it. Thank you so much. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that has supported GUBA.